Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to talk about the absolute fucking clown fest that happened yesterday with Parker Kligerman. And I'm gonna make this short, simple, and sweet. If, by the way, if you hear a bunch of reverb, I'm sorry. I'm in a bigger home right now. It won't be like this permanently. However, the clown show. NASCAR's got its big little red nose on, and it's gonna honk honk right at you. They're ready for it. And they did it to us. The fact that NASCAR, you can bet on the races, you can bet on a driver, you can bet on circumstances. The fact that you can do all of that now, they should, if there is, I know how heavily regulated betting is. They absolutely need to look into that, what just happened there. Because I can't stress it enough. The circumstances that led up to that moment were unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who the fuck is the guy pressing the yellow flag? Who's the guy pressing the button? Because they need to be fucking fired. You need to be fired. And who was the guy talking in his ear telling him not to press it? Whoever that is needs to be fucking fired. This is a joke. I mean, I have not seen this bad of officiating since 2018 at this exact same racetrack, conveniently enough. This was when I was absolutely dead set and convinced that NASCAR is just not going to officiate their own damn series. And will go so far to not officiate it as to put fucking tire walls right on the edge of a bus stop. Because, God forbid, they may hop over the curb and cut it, and I have to get on the fucking horn and say, hey, you've got a black flag. You need to either give the position back that you just took from hopping over that fucking curb, which you and I both know you did on purpose. Hopped over that curb hard as hell, stole a spot, give it back. Or you have a drive-through. They can't be fucked to be looking. They can't be fucked to care. So they put a big-ass tire wall right on the edge of the bus stop, and dudes were wailing it, dude. I mean, winging these cars into the corner, going that fast at that time. Way faster than the next-gen car. Way faster. And just letting these dudes hit this fucking tire wall basically wide open. I mean, probably 135 mile an hour slamming into these fucking walls, man. These tire walls. Didn't want to officiate. That's all it was. Just didn't want to officiate a corner cut. Didn't want to officiate. I guess it's too hard to tell these fucking guys that get paid way too much money that, 2 tires off it should be a fucking penalty. It should be you cut the corner. It should be like F1, unfortunately, because it would fucking simplify the whole problem that they've got going on, which is they don't want to officiate. They just don't want to. So this weekend, you've got different section of the track, tire wall, okay? I think that should be a safer barrier. The fact that Charlotte is their capital, quote-unquote, for NASCAR, and they don't have safer barriers where these tire walls are, is more of an indictment on Humpy Wheeler if he still owns Charlotte. I don't know what's up with that. But if it's Humpy Wheeler, it makes total sense. The guy's a fucking asshole. They need to go ahead and spend the fucking money on that, because that's egregious in and of itself. I mean, spend the goddamn money. Y'all just got more money in the charter deal. The track's got more money than the team's got. This shit, NASCAR is getting to the point that I don't want to watch it anymore, because why? First of all, yeah, let's start there. A car is stuck underneath, under it, underneath the wall. Why did y'all not throw the fucking yellow the second that happened? I mean, we may as well consider that a car that's upside down, straight up. In terms of severity, dude's stuck under the fucking tire wall. What if his car catches on fire and then just starts burning up the whole goddamn tire wall? Does anybody care? Does anybody understand what I'm saying when I'm bringing this up? All right, number 2. Conveniently, the guy that's in the lead, I don't think that they wanted in the lead, truly, because of the circumstances leading up to when the yellow was finally thrown. That, to me, was rigged. That, to me, they rigged the event at the end of the... If I was Parker Kligerman, I would have went into that fucking holler and been like, so are we going to talk about how you just rigged this race? Because I'm about to go out here and give interviews saying that you just rigged this race. I will get y'all investigated by these motherfuckers by bringing it up. I will go out there right now and say that y'all rigged this race. Because what does he have to lose? He's done at the end of the year. He's hired by NBC. Is NASCAR going to go to NBC and tell him, oh, you got to fire him? I don't think so. And I don't think NBC would listen. Man, I got to be honest with you. That was either that is the worst call in NASCAR history, waiting that long, waiting until he's on the front stretch, waiting until he's literally within your goofy painted lines of the fucking front or the line, the start-finish line, how it's all painted cute and looks fun, and ooh, Charlotte, such a big deal. Fuck Charlotte. Fuck NASCAR. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. I think that this is the most ridiculous event that we've had happen in NASCAR in probably 10 to 15 years. Specifically because look, I don't know if people understand anything about betting or any of that. That shit is regulated, bro. I mean, y'all think about Las Vegas as if it's still 1945. It's not. Oh, it ain't. It's not. They are so regulated in Las Vegas that it's unbelievable. You can't get away with... The mafia is not in Las Vegas. Put it to you that way. You know where they're at? Fucking Japan. In Japan. That's where they're at. And still to this day they are. The mafia is not a thing in Las Vegas anymore. It's regulated by the damn government. If you can trust the government that much. I don't personally, but I do know this. There's no, underhanded shit like that when you walk into, a big casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right now, currently, in this time. Gambling is already a fucked up proposition. It's already kind of put against you in every way physically possible. But I don't think, I don't think that the casinos are counting cards and, whatever way you want to describe them cheating. They're going to cheat you within the limits of the law because they don't want to have to fucking deal with it. The fines per these new regulations that they've been having for a while is astronomical. They don't want to pay it. So they don't do it. It's as simple as that. In terms of NASCAR, though, getting back to the topic that we're here for, they should be absolutely investigated for that finish. 100%. Unless you're an idiot, unless you literally have your eyes closed. I mean, I already gave you two examples. It was Kligerman in the lead. They waited forever to throw the yellow until he was right at the start-finish line, which is, rigging a finish. I mean, no matter what. No matter what. What was going to happen if Kligerman passed the line there? Was somebody in that same moment going to peg that guy who's stuck under the bottom of the wall? I don't think so. And I think they knew that. I think that's why they kept it green for so long. They were hoping that somebody else would wreck because they didn't want to have to justify the yellow being for a guy stuck under a fucking wall. Pretty much. And then to wait and wait and wait and wait until he's at the line. Not only that, guess who's in second fucking place? Sam Mayer. Guess what happened to him earlier in the race? He fucked himself. He had the fastest car in the whole damn field, bar none, by a lot. SVG looked great, whatever. I don't think he was going to win regardless. He started getting swallowed by AJ Allmendinger. They didn't have a very good setup. It was whatever it was. The one car was the fastest car. He's Dale Jr.'s fucking driver. It's Dale Jr.'s team. You know, then you have the 48 in the lead who's about to knock out a bunch of different people who, frankly, deserve to be in the playoffs more just based off of speed, based off of the rest of the season, not the fucking stupid rounds that we just went through. You know, justifiably speaking, the one car should have been in over the 48. The 48 should be out, right? Okay, that's even more reason to throw the fucking yellow. It's Sam Mayer. He got screwed at the beginning, screwed himself, then came back, fastest car on the racetrack, and beat his ass. He was gonna, if push came to shove, I don't know exactly what was wrong with his car, but I felt like maybe the 48 was gonna hold him off if it stayed green. He was doing a pretty good job. Would the one car have won at the end if he didn't have all them like weird shifting problems and all that? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. I think he had a good chance, but still it's a maybe. Because we didn't get to see that. All we got to see was a yellow come out 99 years after it should have. And conveniently, it's every time we come to the Roval. It's every time we come to this stupid motherfucking track that there's stupid ass officiating. Or just them literally putting their hands up, shrugging their shoulders and saying, well, we're not even going to officiate this event anyway. I mean, we're going to put a fucking tire wall right at the edge of the bus stop and let you guys hit it wide open because we don't want to have to call, you know, too much car over the curb and then call it, you know, a corner cut. NASCAR is a fucking joke. It's getting so hard to watch. Like, impossible to watch. And I don't know what they think was a good idea about throwing that yellow there. Like, I was literally watching it being like, let him make it. And then throw it under the white. Let the race be over. There's a guy stuck under the fucking wall. We're going to be here for another 15 minutes. And then however many times these stupid dicks want to wreck to finish this race. I mean, the race was great till that point. Literally. I thought it was a great way for NASCAR to look in this series. A guy who's on his way out, doing the best that he's ever done, really. The past 2 seasons, he's been fantastic. He really has. Been great. It far exceeded everybody's expectations with this team. A small team trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like, they were doing fantastic, and he's been nothing but great in that car, considering what that car is. And they took it from him. They stole it from him. They absolutely stole this race away from Parker Kligerman. I mean, they rigged the end of the race. Straight up. I think that NASCAR should be investigated. I think that this should be considered fucking fraudulent. It was absolute nonsense. And the fact that they waited so long to throw the yellow and then to steal it. To steal the win away from a guy who absolutely was going to win on that white flag is asinine. It's unbelievable. And they're just going to get away with it. Nothing's going to happen. Everybody's just going to forget about it and not even care. You know, even though that is clearly, like, if people want to believe the mafia is still around, it's fucking NASCAR. Because that's absolutely ridiculous. And if something like this happens in the Cup race, I guarantee you, something's going to happen. They will get looked at. There's been other people who have been looked at. You know, like the guy from the NFL. He got fucking, you know, he lost, what, I think 2 years of his career for betting on himself. Straight up. I don't think he ever betted against himself. He only bet for himself. I think maybe he bet one time, like once, that they were going to lose? Because they knew they were going to lose. He fucking plays on the team. You know, boxers can bet on themselves. Did you know that? Huh. So you see other instances like this in sports. This has happened. You know? Guys getting busted for betting against themselves. Guys who bet for themselves, though, it's all good. It's fine. NASCAR fucking bet against itself yesterday. Absolutely. In every way. I saw that finish coming. When he was in the lead, battling off that one car, I was like, this is the perfect way for Parker Kligerman to walk out of this sport, to make it to the next round, to walk out of a full-time ride in the second, well, really, the best series that NASCAR has, to then leave and be happy and be content. You know? A perfect storybook ending for him. And they stole it. They stole it, and they stole it on purpose. Everything about it was on purpose. The fact that they waited that long to throw the yellow, and the fact that the picture that they showed, which is a different picture than they showed on the broadcast, by the way. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I'll try to find comparison pictures. Jeff Burton said it best during the broadcast, where he was like, I'm sorry, but I don't think you need to be convincing us when you threw the yellow. I don't think we need to see like a timestamp shot of when the button was pressed. I think we should be going off of the lights. And that's absolutely factual, because that's when the drivers would see the fucking yellow. That's when they'd see it. Man, you know, it's getting so hard to watch this stupid shit. It's unreal how bad. I mean, we can talk about 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 even. We can talk about all those different years recently and be like, damn, those were fucking shitty-ass years of racing. 2019 was awful. 2020 was awful. I mean, terrible. 21, doo-doo. 22, doo-doo. 23, This year, it's been pretty good, aside from the fact that they can't officiate shit. I mean, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare watching this series go from, or this organization, go from, you know, putting out decent racing every week. I mean, I remember people bitching and complaining during the Gen 6 era when it was low downforce, saying, well, they can't even race side by side. You can't even pass. Like, motherfucker, I was watching those races in 2017, 2018, being like, this is some of the best fucking racing that these assholes have put on my TV in fucking years. Years and years and years. They're fast. All the teams are relatively kind of close at the top. Who cares about fucking 20th? I don't care about that. I don't care. I really don't. I care about where are the big guys at? What's happening for the championship? Who's gonna win it? That's what I care about. I don't give a shit about where's BJ McLeod at. I don't. And I don't know why other people fucking do. I don't fucking care. I care about, is the product good to watch? Is the product standable? Can you watch a race and be like, all right, yeah, it was okay. That's all I care about. And then they went to dog shit cars, dog shit rules. You can't even do anything to these fucking cars. It basically may as well be fucking IROC. We're watching IROC Cup Series, and then every other series underneath is still allowed to do, relatively, kind of what they want. To then blow up the Xfinity Series at the end right there, at the end of that race, is just, it's a miscarriage of fucking justice, brother. I don't know how else to put it to you, brother. Brother, Hulkamaniacs know that was bullshit. Like, it was fucking nonsense. It's absolutely fucking retarded. And they don't care. They'll keep making their money, you know. Everybody will just move on from this situation, not give a shit. Because I guess it's Parker Kligerman and it's the second series and who cares. But, you know, this should be writing on the walls for some of you people. Like, really try to understand the era in which we're going toward, which is horrible, god-awful fucking officiating. Horrible. I mean, the worst. I've seen some in IndyCar that have made me fucking sick. I know that. Nobody's perfect. At least they make a fucking call in the moment. I remember Pagenaud getting to win at Long Beach over some bullshit. But I remember at the end of the race being like, well, you know, how anal are you going to be about this rule? It's a line that if you crossed with any tire, it was apparently a penalty. But if you're letting guys race for the goddamn win at the end of the race, is it okay to let the guy clip the line a good bit? Is it really going to gain him 5/10 at the end of the lap? I don't think so. So it was justifiable in my mind when I watched that. There's been other officiating that I've seen over the past couple of years that either made me sick or I didn't fucking give a shit because I was just kind of like, well, I see why, you know, you would kind of let this ride. This is one of those ones where there is no excuse. There's a guy basically, to me, it's the same as being upside down in the middle of the track. A guy stuck under the tire wall fucking in turn, 3? 4? Like, I can't even remember. 3A, 3B, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Dude is under the wall, man. Like, what if the fucking car catches on fire and he just starts, just burning all them tires and shit? Like, that? Does nobody care? Like, what if he was trapped? What if he got hurt? What if he was stuck in there? Like, what if for some reason he broke his fucking arm? Couldn't get out of the car? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys get it? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to drive at here? Like, what if the guy was in a situation, worse than where he was, and it was still pretty fucking bad? Y'all ain't gonna just throw the caution immediately? I would have threw the caution immediately. Either that, or if you're gonna wait that goddamn long, don't rig the end of the fucking race. I mean, seriously. Should have let him cross the damn line, let him win the race. That's what they should have done. If you're gonna wait that fucking long, and then fuck over a small team like that when everybody is bitching and complaining at NASCAR right now for not giving a fair environment to these teams, fair money to these teams, fair environment, fair cars. You know, that's apparently what the Cup Series is trying to fix, is the unfairness of the division of the field and money and, the teams and, there should be more competition from the top of the field to the bottom of the field. Okay, then why are they fucking throwing a yellow on this small-ass team coming right toward the line when they waited fucking 30, 40 seconds? I mean, it was a good bit of fucking time. They dicked this guy over. I mean, absolutely stole the race from him. If I was Parker Kligerman, I would have went into the hauler and been like, I'm about to tell them that you rigged this race. I'm about to tell them that you rigged this race against me, and give me any reason as to why I shouldn't. Give me any. Tell me that the guy was fucking asleep and he just hit the button hella late. Like, tell me anything. Anything. One of these days, not only is NASCAR going to have to grow up, but these fucking drivers are too, because I would have gotten out of that car and been like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, this is fucking bullshit. You could kind of hear it in the tone of his voice when he saw the picture of where the yellow position was at, and they showed him, and he was like, oh my God, are you serious? And it's like, yes, sir. They rigged the race. They rigged the finish of the fucking race. They allowed for overtime for the one car to win the fucking event. Because they knew it was going to happen. They knew. They knew it. So why didn't you just throw the fucking yellow under regulation, you pigs? God damn, man.